seems to be of adequate sturdiness, I guess, for an engine cart. That's that 3/4 inch cold roll round bar. Yeah, it's probably what, like a 1018 steel or something like that. Got 2 lengths there. That's 40 foot total. I probably need a new saw blade on this job. Need 40 pieces, 7 1/2 inches long. At 3 to 5 horsepower, that's a LB right there. It's got them skids that comes with them. You know, it's got some bolt holes in the bottom for the original type skids. 3 to 5 on that horsepower rating right there. That's heavy engine right there. Man. You know, a crankshaft turns 50% of the flywheel RPM. I think it turns in a different direction even. But we needed a cart for it. You see it's got them there factory skids on it. So I welded up a cart. While I was at it, I welded up an extra one for that other project I got over there on the other side of the room. Just saying. To refresh our memories, this right here is what that fuel pump that recasted that was on this engine, that it worked, you know, perfectly over here on the test bench, put on the engine, and it didn't work. Okay, there's a couple of reasons that it didn't work. Okay, to that end, whoever made this right here, you know, I give them a good grade on what they did. It was just I think I should have scrapped this one and made another one. But saying that, this is what we replacing. And before I sprang the one that we're going to put on the engine, but before I sprang that on you, I have one of these. It's not a good one. It has a crack in the front right here, and it leaks fuel. It's no good. But I keep it as that's the way an original one looked like. You know, just an example on a workbench. But with intentions of I could make one of these fabricated, not cast. And the other option on the early model, you know, bet I'm gonna get these out. I just was to get another one out. The other older model, let's say, would be this version here. It's cast iron, got a check valve in this outlet here. This being the inlet, and also has a ball in this part to function. But this is a very early one, and I have the engine that fuel pump goes on. So being that in mind, it's earmarked for that engine. But it's a original example. I think it came on the engine even. So it's just, I'm just showing it to you. That being an early model. And not that I know of anybody remaking one of those that I could order. So to that end, on Flywheel Supply, I done already called in one from. I done called a fuel pump in from Flywheel Supply. The box it had some damage on it. It had a hole in it, been crushed up there. But anyway, it's here. And this being it. It really, I commend the workmanship on this fuel pump right here. It's really good. A couple of differences. One of them is the top cap up here is pinned on the one that Zach makes, pinned onto the top, as opposed to being beat over on the top, braided up, as were the original ones were. Well, with that said, it's very good up to now. So, it's the correct size. Really good work. I'm impressed with it. I don't care for thread tape, but I'll try to get that off before I get onto the engine. But I've not had this out, and by all rights, I should look down in there. It's really tight. I'll put some oil on it and get it on the test that over, and we'll see what it works. These right here, I can already tell you that for your fuel pump to function more better with less stress, is the top of these ears right here are sharp. So I feel that you need to round them over a little bit. All four of them corners should be rounded over, so that when you where is my thing at? Well, when you put this on there like that, it's the step is too sharp. It needs to be a more flowing step. It's a 3 horsepower international igniter engine, type M, and I done put that fuel pump down there on there. That fuel pump right there come from Flywheel Supply. Zach Norway up there, and so far it's a good product. I done put it on there and all. And you'll see right on the top up there is a plunger. And you'll see right there I don't have no outlet fuel line on this. I'll put that fuel line on there after we get done recording. Go ahead and fill the mixer up. But to confirm that the fuel pump works, checking each individual item, this is the way you would do it. And I done turned that flywheel there to where that cam lobe is away from this push rod up here, and it gives you a clearance right down in here. Right down in there, there's a clearance. You can take a round wooden rod and you can plunge it. I done already did this once, so it had fuel in the fuel pump. But in order to get it started there, I done already squirted some oil down in there on them check balls, and it picked it up from the tank. I didn't have to prime it with no gasoline, but it seems to work good. I was getting ready to spray it down with some Freol. Pretty good stuff, but I heard the mag trip, but it's Freol. Smells terrible. Well, the engine's a LBB 3 to 5 International. And my project, I'll show it to you. My project is to put this, that's the top plate, okay? I'm going to put that on the bottom of that. I'm going to raise the engine up, slide that underneath yonder, and then there's a hole right there. I'll match it up with that hole right over there, and then I'll come forward up there a little bit and drill a corresponding hole there. Bolt that up on the bottom of that. It's the same width across that way. And then this part down here will be down there. So that'll be the front. That's the project for today. And we'll get that mounted up there, get it painted, some wheels on it. And we'll get this engine running right here. It's a 3 to 5. It's LB. Made by International Harvester Company. But, well, okay, that's that bolt goes on this side over here. I'm gonna put in a pile over there. And while I'm up here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this other off. That actually was pretty loose. So, well, see, there's one other thing there. I have to take that fuel line loose up there, and we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and take this. We'll go ahead and drop that fuel tank off. I think there's an easy way to do that. Oh yeah, I guess you should see what I'm doing up there. I haven't, it's the first time I've ever taken that cover off. I've seen the engine with the cover off, but I never did take it off myself. So this is the first time of seeing this engine. But the telltale spout and all, and it being a 3 to 5 size, good condition that is. Oh yeah, as well as that. How cool's that? Nothing that broken. So yeah, we'll get this started up. But I think yeah, we should take this gas tank off and deal with getting it on some wheels, because this engine, I'm considering it, you know, just to be in queue, shift it over in line, and see, that was a little tight there, but I got it going by hand grip. So that's pretty good, I would say. Threads seem to be pretty tight. Oh yeah, it's a real good Well, that's really good. And both fittings are loosened enough, but I did spray them down twice with that there Freon stuff. It's David and Shannon from up there in Wheatfield came by up there in Portland and handed me off kind of that Freon stuff. And on any of these nuts and bolts, since he told me about that,